Hey everyone, it's Mona here at Klatch. Today we're going to go out to the garden and we're going to harvest some basil, and then we're going to head into the kitchen and make some pesto. Before we head out, I just want to tell you I love basil. I love basil in pesto. I love basil in salads, and I love it, you know, if you take a leaf and kind of crush it and put it in like a margarita. Delicious. You could put it in lemonade. You could put it, you know, in your iced tea and whatever. It's got a wonderful flavor, and I use it all the time. So in the comments below, be sure to let me know what you use basil for. And while you're here, remember to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Let's go. So wash your basil. Even if you haven't sprayed anything on it, wash it anyway just to be on the safe side. Then you can let it drip dry, or you can use some paper towels to kind of speed up the drying process. I have so much basil that I wish I could have you all for lunch for some pesto. I'm going to make a bunch and I'm going to freeze it, and I'm only still taking the plants down about halfway, so I should still be able to get more later into the season. Now you can always use a salad spinner if you wanted to dry your basil a little bit faster too. This recipe calls for 3 cups of basil. All I do is I pick off the leaves and put them in my measuring cup. Now if I had a bigger food processor, I could make more at one time. But I don't, so I don't. You add that right on in. Now I'm using the sweet basil. You can use whatever basil you want. We did do it with a pesto basil once, and it was very strong. So I'm sticking with the sweet basil from now on. Okay, so now I have 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil. So we want about a tablespoon of the oil in here, so I'm just going to pour just a little bit in here. And we want to blend this into a paste. And I do about 3/4 of a cup of pine nuts. You can do more if you want. You could do a whole cup if you want. Just kind of taste the flavor and see what you like. I'm going to slowly add these in. Along with 2/3 a cup of Parmesan cheese that's grated already. Now another big thing I'm a fan of is garlic, and if I use it, I tend to use it a lot. So I'm going to mince about 5 cloves of garlic and drop that in there as well. I'm going to mince that right on in there. Oh, delicious. Let's say you don't want to mince it, just drop the whole piece in there because it's going to get pretty chopped up yet. Okay, and then the very last thing is just a pinch, just a pinch, just a pinch. You just want a little bit of chili powder, just a pinch of it to add a little bit of flavor. I'm going to now add the rest of the oil. So now you have this great pesto. Look how beautiful that is. Now taste it, and if you think maybe it's too garlicky, you can always heat it up with the noodles, and then it'll mellow out the flavor. And you can serve it hot, you can serve it cold, you can serve it just like this as a dip or over something. You can make it a pasta salad, so you cook the noodles and you mix it in there and you serve it cold. If you feel like you have too much oil, add a little more basil. If you want it a little creamier, add some more cheese or some more nuts. So we are just going to do some noodles. We're going to keep it really basic, and this can be served as a salad or as a main dish pasta meal. I'm going to take a pot of water, throw a little bit of salt in there, and a little bit of olive oil. We'll let that boil, then I'm going to toss in some bow tie noodles. You can freeze this as well. You can freeze it in little ice cube trays and just break some out when you need a little pesto. You could freeze it in little baggies, whatever way, in plastic containers, whatever way you want to do it, and you can save it and you'll have beautiful pesto all year round. Once it boils, dump the whole package in. So just cook this until it's done. Then you want to rinse your noodles cold. Now if you want a hot pasta dish, you can throw it all right back in, add your pesto, and then you can mix it right in. If you want it hot, turn it on, and you just need it on like a low setting. Just get it mixed in, warm it all up. Or you can do this, and then you can add it right to a container and put it in the fridge and let it soak, and that is your salad. There it is. That simple. That's homemade. And then if you have other pesto sauce that you want to keep, freeze it. Like I said, just freeze it and you'll have it for the rest of the year. Like I have a bumper crop going this year. Last couple of years haven't been nearly that good. I hope you enjoyed our time in the kitchen today and tell me what you are growing in your garden and what you plan on making. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, life is too short not to shimmer, so grab your glue gun and your glitter. Stay safe, and I will definitely see you next time.